fellow investors. Welcome to today's update. This is a breaking news. YieldMax has just launched a brand new ETF, and this ETF just came out at $50 today. You can see it did go down a little bit, about 1% or about 65 cents. And aftermarket shows about going up about 43 cents or 80.86%. But this is a movement of today. It started at $50 and it went up all the way to 51-ish before around like 1-ish or before the market closed. Actually, the stock tanked a little bit. So this is just a movement for one day because this stock came out yesterday and of course it started trading today. My disappointment about this stock to begin with is that this ETF is just started at $50. And the biggest complaint I hear these days is that these $50 ETFs, most people don't like. They think the price is too high. So I think YieldMax, when they start at $20 mark, that was a perfect price. But $50 is a little pricey. But again, $50 cannot be the only reason why you should stay away from investing in this ETF. You need to know what this ETF has for you. So we're going to look at a little bit of review about this ETF. And I'm also going to show you the underlying stock because this one is called one stock ETF, meaning it's an ETF that only tracks one stock. So I'm going to show you the underlying stock and what's that stock actually or the company does in general. Knowing that will give you more knowledge. And also we need to know how much that stock might be going up, and we're going to see its volatility. That's going to give us more details about this ETF, how much yield is going to have. So let's start with that. First thing we're going to look is YieldMax website itself. We can see here distribution is pretty much nothing because of course, whenever this distribution comes out, I'll let you know. And if you follow this channel, and if you don't, just make sure you subscribe so you don't miss this type of update whenever they come out. And also, if you like this content, always give me a like. Now, CV thing, we're going to call it CVNY or 70. YieldMax CVNY Option Income Strategy ETF. This is I mentioned, is a brand new ETF. We're going to look at distribution. There isn't any because it's going to take about a few weeks or a month or the first distribution. We're going to know exactly how much yield it's going to have. But for what I can tell you, this stock is very volatile, so it's going to have a little bit higher yield than a lot of other ETFs. Now, overview of this fund. The YieldMax CVNY Option Income Strategy ETF 70 is an actively managed fund that seeks to generate monthly income by selling or writing calls option on CVNY. This is Carvana. CVNY pursues a strategy that aims to harvest a compelling yield while retaining capital participation in the price gains of CNA, which is Carvana stock. And again, I'm going to show you Carvana stock itself, its performance, and how long this stock has been out and how has it done in the past year. Investment objective, there are only two objectives for investing in this type of funds. The first one is to seek current income because you're looking for that distribution, whether it's monthly or weekly. In this case, this is going to be monthly, but because this is going to be added to YMAX, so pretty much it's going to, if you invest in YMAX, then you're going to get the weekly distribution, and this will be part of it for sure. And second objective is that if the Carvana stock does well, this ETF also will do well. So you're also seeking that exposure to the share price of common stock of Carvana core, subject to a limit potential investment gains, meaning if the Carvana stock goes up a lot, your ETF will also go up, but there's also a cap. It's not going to go up all the way. Yeah. So for example, if Carvana goes to, let's say 100%, this ETF will go up to not 100%, maybe to 90%, something like that, or 80%, because on the way you are receiving those distribution, and that will make you not receiving the whole potential gain. But all in all, you're going to receive a lot of distribution. But fund information, YieldMax Carvana Option Income Strategy, ticker symbol CVNY. And then inception date was on January 29, 2025. It trades on New York Stock Exchange. Management expense ratio is a pretty standard, same as any other YieldMax ETFs, is 0.99. Net asset value right now is $50, and then share outstanding is 1 because it only tracks one stock. If we go down to performance, of course it came today, so there's not much performance there, but we know it's pretty much flat right now. Holdings. So this ETF here, guys, is not going to be one of those ETFs that hold stock directly. This is going to be synthetic one stock ETF. The first thing we can see here, United States Treasury, United States Treasury. So a bunch of these are Treasury because they use this Treasury as a collateral because you're writing synthetically. So literally you don't own anything, but it's a structure that's been put so they know what they're doing. Majority of the money is going to be on bond. But if we come down here, we can see Carvana, there is a option here, call option, that expires on March 21st. There's another option here, expires on February 7th, 2025, and the other one expires on March 21st, 2025. And this is a put. So there's a put, there's a call. It's a pretty standard the way they always do. So these are the main top holdings. So it's Carvana stock, and most of the money is invested on treasuries. And of course, when they invest in these treasuries or treasury bills, which is a bond, they're going to get those juicy interest, and then that will be also added to this ETF itself when it comes to their distributions. Now, if we look at the net asset right now, it's only 1 million and quarter. So it will grow, as most people are aware of this, and most people are putting their money in this ETF if they like it. Now let's go to another website. This is going to be Carvana itself. This is a stock. The price right now is 243.95. Look how it's done. So I wish YieldMax would have invested here at this point. Look at that. If they invested here and now would get the rise, right? But they invested all the way almost closer to the top because the toppest one has been here. This is all-time high. Remember, within this time here in 2021, that was a COVID time where people didn't go out, and you're gonna know the reason why this stock went up this much. But after that, it was all the way at 337, more than 300, and then it crashed all the way down to $14. Oh my God, this is crazy. So this will tell you the nature of this stock. It's very important to know this, guys. At one point, it was at $300, and then it crashed all the way back to $14. That's insane. So meaning, right now, this stock is at 265. It might crash again to lowest. But on this website, this is Yahoo Finance, guys, right? If we look here, days range between 242 to 252. 52-week range is $40 to 264. So it's a huge range just within a year. And if we look at the target price right now is 250. Right now at this price of 243, that means you're looking about $7. It's not much gain to be gained on this stock right now. But all in all, what I can tell you, based on the underlying stock itself, remember you're investing in CVNY, you are actually investing in this one because whatever this one performs and that ETF will be affected. The only difference, of course, the ETF you're going to receive those distribution, but you have to be aware that this stock can actually go really down. And this is an example. I can repeat again. It was at 300 in 2021, and by 2023 it was at $14. So that will tell you something. Now, I look at the other website, the PE ratio for this here on Yahoo Finance, they didn't say PE ratio, but on another website, the PE ratio is very high, over 1,000%, meaning this stock is very overvalued. That's based on what the other website says or based on other analysts. But this Yahoo Finance here, they say it's 250, so that means it's pretty much its value maybe is on the same level as the prices of today. But that's to be seen. Now, if we look at the volume, though, it has volume of 3 million on average. So that's a huge. And this volume tells you something. This ETF is very volatile. Of course, if we look at the 5 days range, check this. Do you see that? That's very volatile stock. So this means for YieldMax is a great because they will be able to ride those volatility and they can generate a lot of income. So this ETF, I think, is one of those ETF will be paying a lot of distribution. But again, be cautious because it might go down massively. Now, what this company does is last thing I'm going to show you. If we look at the Carvana core together with its subsidiaries, operate an e-commerce platform for buying and selling used car in the United States. It's a platform allows customers to research and identify a vehicle, inspects it using company's 360-degree vehicle emerging technology, obtaining financials and warranty coverage, purchases the vehicle, and schedule delivery or pickup from their desktop or mobile devices. The company also operates auction sites. The company was founded in 2012 and is based in Arizona. Industry is auto and truck dealership. IPO was IPO'd on April 20th, 2017. It trades on New York Stock Exchange. Sector is consumer discretionary. Employs about 13,700 employees. And ticker symbol is CVNY. So remember I told you why the stock went up a lot in 2021? And this is the reason why. Because you can actually buy the whole car while you are sitting on your couch at home. Remember, you can order using your desktop or mobile devices. And that's why we saw this spike of this, because a lot of people couldn't go out on during COVID. So this stock like Carvana did really well during that time. But that time, is that going to be repeated again? Remember that time again in 2021? Most people were just sitting down and just order those vehicles. But that might not be repeated again. And that's the danger about these stocks. So I'm just giving you an update on brand new ETF from YieldMax, which is CVNY. And you might have a lot of yield, but the price and performance, that's to be seen. Just make sure you stay up to date, especially on this channel. Always, I'm one of the best channels to cover all these YieldMax ETFs. So make sure you don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because this is a channel I always give you all the updates, all the important updates. I don't talk about all the unnecessary updates. So make sure you subscribe. And also, if you like this content, please give me and do me a favor, leave a comment below. What do you think about this ETF? And do you think you like this $50 ETF, or is that making a difference for you, whether it's a $50 ETF or is a $20 ETF? Let me know in the comment below. Till we meet again next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.